like so many of these themes specifically, it's not like people don't like live up.
Right. It's like they're making it because they have something to fucking say.
I've been feeling very inspired lately. I recently had a conversation with a friend. We met for coffee and we're just talking a lot about the nature of creativity and art and inspiration and, you know, the spaces where we share that work. And she'd said something that I just thought was so poignant and fascinating. This idea that like the art that we create, our own creative like works that come from inside, like sure we're contending with something that feels, you know, really personal, but it's not isolated. You know, it's not an isolated event from the world around us. This like creative work that's coming from inside you is something that on some level is in conversation with everything that you've encountered up until this point. Obviously the experiences you've had, like events you've seen, like things you've read and whatnot, but also like the art that you encounter. And there's something really interesting to me about this idea of this like energetic exchange that's happening on some kind of like metaphysical level, and how part of our duty as like creative people is to continue to like to share the work we make, so that then that energetic exchange can continue. It shouldn't stifle and get stuck with me. It should be ushered onward to have generations of conversation with like other pieces, other people, other things that are not me. I've talked on this channel before, I think, about sort of my struggle to like let myself identify with the like idea of being like an artist, or even calling myself like a creative person. And I think there's like a myriad of reasons why I struggle with that. And in some ways I feel like it's because there were many, many years where I was not really creating anything and I was like just kind of coasting, numb. And to kind of come back to creative practices after like a long absence kind of does feel like imposter syndrome-y. It's like I'm putting on like a sweater that's like not mine and doesn't quite fit right, and I'm hoping I'll kind of like be able to stretch it out and then like kind of fit into eventually, and it's really uncomfortable to navigate that. But I feel like this year has been a really, really good one for me as like a creative person. I feel like more than any other year in my adult life, I've really tried to put myself, I guess, out there a little bit and start doing the things that I feel some sort of like interest or like compelled to do that I have maybe been like too self-doubting to let myself try in the past, like dance classes and singing lessons. Or I played a show at the library this year. Not a show, but I played a song at the library. Don't get carried away. The song that was playing in like my last vlog, I finished it and I've tracked the vocals and the guitar. The bass is tracked. And in January, in theory, we'll be recording some drums and hopefully like some more guitar lines. And getting it like mixed and mastered and all these things that I don't exactly know the process yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. And filmed a video with my friend Lisa for it as well, which is so sweet. I'm super excited for that. But there's this like just like playfulness that I feel kind of like embedded through the experience. Like it's not like I'm not taking it that seriously, like in the sense of like there has to be some really strict outcome or goal, or I need to reach this level of notoriety in order for this thing I'm doing to be like valid. It feels more like I'm a human, like experiencing this new thing, trying this new thing, and like every step I take, I'm kind of taking it blindly. But that's part of the fun, because it's like, because it's new, I don't actually know like what the result basically of anything I'm doing will be. And I don't know, there's something really fun about that. Like, I'm gonna discover things about myself and about life and about the creative process that like I've never known before and could never have known had I like kept just being like, oh, I'll write my songs like quietly in my bedroom and never share them and never pursue them like in any serious way because like no one needs to hear this. No. That's such like a limiting way of looking at creativity and like with your hobbies. And I think on the flip side, it's like, it can be limiting or constricting in its own way. I think also to view creativity like, I have to be able to like become famous and make like a big check from doing this, or else like then like it means my art is like not worth sharing or something. It's like both of those paths I feel like are not the most creatively fruitful. And there's some kind of in between. And it's not to say that you can't like want to make a career from it, or that you can't want to keep some stuff just to yourself. But I feel like there's some like middle path of just like kind of the playfulness that we have when we're kids, when it's like you're, you know, with your friend and you're playing like make believe and you're making up characters and like scenarios, and you're just both kind of in this flow state with like one another, like, because there's not really like a self-consciousness about the things that you're like coming up with, and there's also not exactly a goal except to like play and have fun and like explore this idea that is like coming up in your head. And I feel like I guess I'm trying to tap more into that energy. I've been telling people, like, when they ask me about this music stuff, that I'm not pursuing it seriously, but I'm pursuing it joyfully, which can, like, entail the same level of, like, care for the craft or focus or, like, desire and effort to, like, grow my skills on a technical level or reach people through the thing I make. But I think I'm moving towards these like goals or ideas or completing these projects with a levity, which I know I'm saying that word a lot, levity, but like a lightness that allows it to feel really good and satiating like every step of the way. And I also think that like letting myself genuinely pursue it rather than like trying to talk it down until someone outside of me validates the thing I do, letting myself pursue it in this way, I think, has also imbued me with a sense of confidence with expressing myself, with sharing ideas and opinions, and like feeling confident, feeling like I have something of value to offer in other scenarios in my life, like at my job, like with friends, like on dates. And I think that that's also like a nice bonus of just really letting myself embrace this part of my identity and doing it in a way that's not so self-serious and that's not so firm on like an outcome, and really allowing it to be playful and open and curious about like what I learn and curious about what opportunities come towards me if I pursue it with this like openness.
Fuck. I tried to cheer you up, I tried to fix it all. Instead I think I made you feel broken. Showed you a picture of you that I really love. You cringe and ask if you're like that in person. What can I do when all that truth just sounds like bullshit to you? How? Where do we go when all that truth just sounds like damage control? How? Stand up and your shoulders cave. To joke, the punchline shakes. You're squirming in a shirt that you outgrew. You've got your father's eyes, you've got your mother's smile, and I've got every reason to love you. What can I do when all my truth just sounds like bullshit to you? How? Where do we go when all our truth just sounds like damage control? How?